everyone. This is June Love here on Heart Over Ego Radio. This is Transcending Love with June Love. This is the first show of not of its kind, maybe not of its kind, I'm not sure, but I am very unique. So I hope you will enjoy this show. It is here to transform, transcend your thoughts and minds about certain things about yourself and about self love and even coming back to the body. And that's one of the things we'll be talking about today. I will be taking calls, throughout the show. So this is, uh, we're going to see what happens here. So I wanted to introduce myself. I am June Love. I am here in San Diego, beautiful San Diego. Hello, everyone out there on the East Coast, on the West Coast, the Midwest, all over the world. Thank you so much for chiming in and listening in. And if you're listening in on where you're not able to call in, if you're listening to a recording, no worries. All the information that you need will be here. I'll be here every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Eastern. I think it's 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Depending on where you are, find me so we can talk live together. I am a Reiki master student. I like to say student because we're always students forever. We're here on this planet to find out who we are, truly who we are, just discovering ourselves in a different way that we may have never thought to like tap into ourselves. So I will be discussing different modalities I use, different tools, transformative tools I've learned over the years. I have classes for Reiki level 1, 2, and 3. Level 1 and 2 is online currently. I have a flyer right here on the page on Blog Talk Radio. So you can, on Heart Over Ego Radio, you can see the pictures there. And or you can go to my link at the bottom of the page here, and it is my like page. If you go to my like page, you'll get all of the information that we're talking about right now, and also on Instagram, and my website as well is there. So you can find out more about me on Manifesting Your World. You can contact me, we can talk, and it's actually Manifesting Your World with June Love. I do have a book, it's Manifesting Your World with the Power of Transmutation. And that book is really a self-help book. It's a beautiful manuscript I've written. I wrote last year, I believe it was about a year ago. And I have great reviews on it. It's transforming people's lives. And the book, I actually teach this way of finding your fears and finding your triggers so that you can change your world, so you can change those habits, that we have that we don't like. So I have various ways where you dig and find out what is my fears and to be able to observe yourself and connect with the trigger, like what triggered me and why did that trigger me and where did that come from? Oh, I have a fear that I'll be abandoned, so you're able to go back and heal yourself without, some people don't want to go to a therapist. Some people don't want to tell their business to a therapist or even the deepest things about them. So you can do it yourself with this book. It's the self-help, and I am here to help you and guide you. So I have various programs. We'll talk more about them. I don't want to chew your ear off with all of the services that I provide, but my main thing is to get you back to your body. A lot of us have been traumatized in our life, and we have these triggers that be very dangerous, or we've gotten into dangerous situations or caused some harm to others because of our not knowing where our triggers are coming from. So we kind of live outside of our body so we don't feel so much, you know what I mean? Because a lot of us are empaths, so we feel all the energy around us, and we want to react to the energy instead of like kind of interacting per se, like let me see what this is, instead of reacting. But we don't know yet because it's so deeply embedded subconsciously. Hold on, let me have a drink, you guys. And we want to be able to capture those things so that we can have control again over our life instead of sitting in the back seat wondering, oh my God, how did I get here? How did I get in this relationship? How did I get in this situation? And how do I get out? So now we are able to take control of our lives as we're observing ourselves and being truly honest. So this show is about being deadly honest. I want to say deadly honest, like it's a life or death situation. Like I have to be honest with myself that I am fearful over things that may be very dumb to society, but everybody in society is probably dealing with the same thing. Where we're just minimizing it so we can move on with our life instead of being, having to deal with stuff, but we have to. We can go around it forever and then not understand why we keep going, in a circle. So that's where we come into purpose. So I am a Dove Essence practitioner as well. I do help people with removing old programming, releasing past vows that they had, probably in their bloodline, and we're able to cut that. We're able to cut those vows if we're not able to keep that agreement, or somebody else in our bloodline made that agreement, and cut those off. And that's how you change your world. I mean, when you change a program in your life, when you see that it's not working for you, and you have the tools and the ability to work and change those thought processes, that's what makes us powerful. But remember, you guys, it's work. It takes time. It takes courage. It takes esteem and all of that stuff. So it's this whole program that I do with my students really helps them to come out of their shell, per se. And a lot of people who come to me are ready to change their life. They're ready to take control. They're ready to do some things they haven't done. Especially, I'm 48 years old, and people think I'm 25, but I'm like, when I was 25, I did a lot of things, but I want to do some more things. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, y'all. So I've been on this journey probably for the past 20 years of just living the best life that I know how, and learn from others on how to live even more, have an even greater experience than we're having right now. So that's what I do. I've been doing this work for over 20 years, 25 years actually. I just 5-year mark. It's like when you're learning, you're learning your gifts. It took me about 5 years to really get a grasp, not really a hold of it, but a grasp of what my gifts could do and how it could benefit me. I was just touching the surface of it. And I'm still, not I'm not all the way there when it comes to all of everything, who I am. And that's the best part, right? We're on a journey, not just a journey, but like how the astronauts are. They go out in space and then they, discover all these wonderful things. So we're going to go inside, you guys, and we're going to discover all these magnificent, powerful, magical things about ourselves. But first we have to get rid of the gook and the hardness that we have in certain areas of our life, so we can actually plant some great seed in that. Right? So let's see, what did I want to speak about? Okay, so one of the things I do as a Reiki master student, before I take on a student, I do different readings with my students before we're actually going to candidates. So if you go to my like page right there on where it says like page there, Manifesting Your World with June Love, I have several types of readings that I do. If you go to my web page, you'll see a lot of different ones. But right now, I'll focus is on general readings, which is 4 cards, and then there's a mirror reading, which and a chakra reading. And I want to read to you guys what a mirror reading is. So a general reading basically is kind of talking it's like a reading that it can cover everything, but sometimes it might cover just one thing. And then when you're doing the reading, you'll find this little broad spectrum of what's going on. And then you might say, you know what, I really want to focus on this issue right here, because there are issues or people that may pop up in that. Just 4 little cards, y'all, just 4 cards. All this stuff comes up, and then you may right for me. Now, I don't do reading. My readings are not typical. They're not like, okay, you guys will be together for 3 years, and then after the 4th year, you're going to divorce, and then you're going to be back together 25 years later. Not to say that, Source won't speak to like that, but normally, no, I don't really have a, like, this is what happens when I do readings. This is basically, it's like like a situation, no thing. So let me read these readings to you. So I'm reading for you and another person, or you, at a job, several jobs, several schools, you want to find out what is this for me, what energy actually flows with me. So that's what the reading is mainly about. These readings are energetic readings. So I read your energy to see if this, what your energy is. Does this energy blend with this energy, or does it clash? Will it subside? The cards do tell. And my guides and my creation, universe, speak to me and let me know what they want me to say. Now, I'm still trying to find my. So if you go to my like page, you can find my service. So I have a chakra reading. I have a 1-hour deep reading on here and a 30-minute deep reading. I thought it was more. Okay. So I have to put it up there. It is there, you guys. I will make sure it's up there before we close out today. But yes, the mirror reading just allows us to see the energy on one side and the energy on the other side. If you're a couple, it shows how you guys feel about each other, like how you see each other. And then what is keeping you together, and what you guys share in the heart chakra, right? So that goes along with anything. It's just a relational reading. It's very powerful. I love it. My students love it. My clients love it. So you can order that one as well. And the chakra reading. Now, this reading, I just started doing this reading in public in my cutting session. So when I do core cutting session, when regular core cutting session, Reiki session is Reiki and core cutting and psychic surgery if needed. So the chakra reading it gives you insight to what is blocking you or causing you to feel off balance due to fears and programs in your life. By looking at energy centers we call chakras, we will then focus on those chakras for realignment and or healing in a scheduled Reiki healing session. So if you want to schedule that session, it's $45 for 30 minutes. It's very in-depth, and you can go to to the like page, and you can look at the reviews, and you will see how people really love them. I love them too. Every reading that I do, I receive information. I receive wisdom as well. Here we go. So you can go there for those readings. So I'll do a lot of readings first, so I can kind of know what's going on with you and how I can help and what services you want from those services that I can help you with. Let's see. Just want to make sure I cover everything before I start opening the lines. And any of you who don't want to talk, you don't have to say anything, or you can just say, I just want to say hello or nothing. You don't have to say anything. So I will open the calls in a few minutes. I'm going to talk a little bit more, just a little bit about transmutation and what transcending love it really is about. My purpose in helping people to connect with themselves, and not only just connecting, because connection lets you know what energy, what frequency, and you're like, I don't like this frequency. How can I build my frequency? Okay, we got to let go of some things. So if you're floating on a hot air balloon and you have too much stuff, it doesn't matter how much fire you put in it. If it's too heavy, it's not going to go up. So you got to let some things go. You got to take some things out of there. And so that's what transmutation is. It's about changing things. So you can use this in any type of analogy you want. I use a lot of analogies because it just helps, you know, people to, well, for me to process what I'm hearing, and I'm trying to think of the other word, that interpret. So I'm trying to give a good interpretation of these esoteric terms and all these different ways to say the same thing, right? Make it simple as possible. So transmutation, and my book is Manifesting Your World with the Power of Transmutation. And the purpose of transmutation is to change something into another form. So where does it say? What is transmutation? Here we go. So transmutation is the action of changing, or the state of being changed into another form. So if you can open your mind a little bit, if you're some people are very, what do you call that? Left-brained. So we're going to be a little bit right brain, you know, be more open as far as creative, like Yinny. So the form, changing a form, like in a person, like changing who they are, like you've known people and people have known you, and you transformed in a certain way that you was not. Like, I mean, you was before. You was a certain way, and then you transformed to something else. Like the way you talk, the way you look, the way you think. That's what this form is talking about. That's what I mean in this book. So the goal is to transmute all low energy. So if a person say, you know, I live in a place where it's so much low energy, and I need to get out of there. I have to get out. And sometimes they're called to be there. They're not going to be going for a while. So all you can do, and even myself, I've been there where I knew I was going to be in a place for a long period of time. And it was actually longer than the time I thought. I know I was going to be there for a long period of time. How was I going to deal with all of these low energies? Like, it felt like attacks all the time. I was being attacked all the time. And so I had to learn how to use the energy that people were sending to me, or that I was experiencing, and I created another machine. You remember Iron Man? So Iron Man, very first Iron Man, he got captured, right? And then he was saved because he had shrapnel in his chest. So the dude put this thing in his chest so he can live, you know, to keep the shrapnel away from his heart. So while he was supposedly doing a weapon for the enemy, he was making a mechanism for himself. And so that kind of aspect of transmuting your energy for you, making bad situations work for you. How do we do that? It starts with us. It starts with transmuting our own issues and allowing this low energy to have us to observe all of our triggers. If you know where your triggers are, we can find your fears very easily. That's something I do. I'm a pro at it. I work with fears and triggers all the time. That's what I do. So if you know the trigger, then you're going to find the fear. If you know the fear, then you got to wait to find out what the trigger is. What triggers me? I know I got a fear of so-and-so. How do I react when this happens? And then you got to sit back and watch yourself and do your best to be gentle with yourself and forgiving of yourself when you mess up or you kind of snap or something. We all have those days where we just fed up or we're just frustrated or we're just whatever. So if we allow ourselves to mess up or allow ourselves to feel these negative feelings, and then we can catch ourselves, then we can learn the lesson. If we don't get the message, we'll jump out of the frying pan into another boiling pot, right? It'll be something else, but it's going to give us, we're going to get out of life what we're supposed to get out of life, which is lessons. And this is something I want to leave with you guys before I open up these lines, is that I'm sure it's going to try to leave my brain, but it will come back. It will come back. I can't remember. It just slipped my brain just as fast. But I say this a lot. It will come back, no doubt about it. But I also wanted to say this about purpose, is that purpose is the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. So I'm giving you guys a lot of nuggets, because when we talk or when I do a reading or when we discuss something, those nuggets pop up. So if I sound like I'm talking here, then I say something here, then I say something there, they all going to line up. I promise you, this is how I'll do it. This is how I do it. So we're talking about transmutation, learning how to find our fears. So once we really, transmutation doesn't start until we acknowledge something, until we see something, right? And then once we see it, then it changes, because we're paying attention to it, because we got power, y'all. We got power. So transmutation starts after that. Once we do our transmutation, learn how to transmute, then we learn how to get through life much easier, a lot smoother, and we start healing our bodies. So if you have ailments in your body, believe me, transmuting that energy of where it started from in the capacity, then that's where we're going to hit first, right? We're going to go to the root and we're going to pull it out. So purpose, the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. What is my existence for? What is our existence? So that's what the real question is. What am I here for? Why am I here? Am I here to suffer? Am I here to blah, blah, blah? Am I here to da, da, da? What am I here for? And when we feel like we know at least an inkling of what we're called to do, which is something that we actually love doing, but we're scared to do it, then once we take a step into the direction, then we start feeling good. We start feeling better. And for a while, we don't remember all the junk that we have been doing until we finally get something that makes us want to do what we want to do, which is being miserable. And you're like, I'm sick of being miserable. I want to be happy. And people ask me, June Love, why are you happy all the time? You're always smiling. And I'm like, I have my days, but I know how to transmute energy. And the way I do it is look at my misery at that moment, because it's valid. It is valid. It's not valid to wallow in it. I don't like wallowing in stuff. I used to, y'all. I used to wallow in poop, in the energy field. And then I was like, I don't like it, because I have to clear it off. And other energetic people, they can smell that. They're like, girl, you got some stuff on you. You need to get yourself together. So we want to keep ourselves clear as possible. And when poop comes around, we know how to clean it up. Right? We know how to clean it up, deal with it, and move on. That's transmutation, you guys. So I am going to open up the lines. I'm going to give us like 2 minutes. I will have commercials, you guys. My commercial is not up yet. It will be up. It's wonderful. It's going to be live. Again, thank you, Heart Over Ego Radio, just for this opportunity to come out here and talk with our wonderful listeners and give them opportunity to expand and to learn and to teach and to get relief. And this is a place to get relief and heal and release. get your pen and paper. There will be things I talk about that trigger you. I want you to make sure you write down those triggers. When you get my book, or if you take any of my classes, my Reiki classes, I do have my Reiki Healing and Beyond, levels 1 and 2 online. Level 1 is 3 hours, level 2 is 5 hours. They're a month apart, and they're only on Saturdays. And I have dates and everything for you. You just go to my like page and just click the link at the bottom of the information, the episode information. And you can get all that information. You can contact me. If you're looking for anything, I got you. So those classes have the book, Manifesting Your World with the Power of Transmutation, which will help you with coming back to your authentic self, really just digging and diving into you, because it's about time for us to love ourselves, right? It's time for us to take care of ourselves a lot better than what we have, and just to find freedom, peace, and happiness. Okay, so I'm going to, like I was saying about Heart Over Ego Radio, I do appreciate them so very much. I want to reiterate that again. So give me, let's say, 30 seconds, and I'll be ready for you guys to answer any questions. If you want a reading in regards to your purpose, let me know. All right. 30 seconds, you guys. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me here on Heart Over Ego Radio. This is Transcending Love with June Love, and I'm opening up the line so we can talk, or if you have any question, a question in regards to a reading of some kind dealing with your purpose or something to that effect. This is, I'm calling this is 773. Hi. Greetings to you.
Thank you. You too. I was just surprised I was the first person.
You were.
I'm looking for some insight into a relationship that keeps popping up. And this is like our second go round, and I really needed to work. I can't go for a third try with this person.
You can't do what with this person?
I can't wait for like a third time with this person. We really need to get it right, and it's better this time, but it's just not moving forward as fast as I need it to be. Yeah.
Okay. Hold that thought, because I'm talking to a whole lot of us. Now, I want to apologize because you were the third person, but I want you to stay on the line. There's a reason for these things. I apologize. So for the person at 914 area code and they end with 4252, I have a gift for you because no, I'm sorry, not you. See, now I have to give everybody a gift. 845. 1042, you were the one because you've been holding for 20 minutes. I really appreciate you guys. I'm just going to give all of you guys something really nice. So don't worry about it. Okay, so sis, let's go to this reading because this is very, very important, I believe, for all of us that want our relationships to be what we want. Like, it's like our dream portal, right?
Mhm.
Is where we manifest our world, right? Our universe, the way we want to, right?
Yeah.
And this has been going on for more than, it's just enough. This is the third time you guys have tried to work it out, correct?
It's the for almost the third time we've reconnected over the years. We just can't seem to not be
Mm.
together. But the first time somebody interfered and spread some lies and
Mm.
just ruined everything. And here we are back again and slowly building things up. And I just can't imagine being with anyone else who makes me feel different and alive and vibrant and was so alike. He's my mirror, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And
So
I
what are you
just
in a rush
don't.
for? So why are you in a rush?
I just feel like after 10 years or so, I'm impatient. We just can't seem to not get rid of each other, but it's just
Okay, so
I
this
don't
is
know.
what I'm meaning. So I want to take these scales from your eyes right quick. Maybe even if it's for a moment, I want to take them off so that you can see that what you have is a connection and not an attachment. You're trying to attach. And maybe you are attached and you're working on detachment because you have a great connection. And I've noticed that many of us have these wonderful, awesome connections, but we want to put titles on them.
Mhm.
And the titles are so embedded in our DNA, is so embedded in our subconscious and our programming that it's very difficult to let go of the notion that this person is not in the mold that we have had on this planet forever.
Mhm.
And it's a way to hold on. It's like something about humans, we're very grounded, right? And we want to
Mhm.
hold on so tight to something. It's hard for us to just float and fly and be free and not be able to grab someone to help me. Grab
Right.
someone, right. And I'm not on you. This is all of us on this plane that we're dealing with this issue with our relationships and our fantasies blended together. Because it's two people that have two different versions of the relationship. And until you come together and say, well, how do you see this for real without your feelings being hurt? But the good thing about it is that what I want you to do is let your feelings be hurt so you can find your triggers, because your triggers are what's blocking you from really enjoying your relationship with this person. And it's because we have so many barriers and we use other people. Most of the barriers are other people protecting us. And so that causes you to have all these different cords in your life. So you have a lot of these cords that are from old relationships because we hold on so tight. You're holding on so tight. And when it's time to let go, you don't realize that you haven't yet. So I do suggest for you to get a cord cutting. And you can start with getting a chakra reading. If you get a chakra reading and see where your blocks are, and really what I see is you just have fear. It's just like normal people have fear about their relationships. This card is saying, this reading is saying, move forward, continue to move forward to this beautiful, trustworthy relationship, to this rewarding and content family life, or whatever it is that you two want. Do you know what he wants?
Um, he wants stability. He's moved around a
Right.
lot, and so have I. Um, I think we just need to do it. We just need to get together and stay in one place and
Mhm.
build something,
Right.
And
Is that what he want to do as well?
it seems like he's trying, but has had so many financial upsets and upsets with other women and things that didn't work out. And, you know, everybody could see that the person that interfered last time was just kind of pulling the strings. She probably thought he was an easy husband material, and that didn't work.
So,
pressuring him.
So this is definitely time for you to go inward.
Oh.
Yes, I know you don't want to. But I can tell you're pressing, so you're digging so hard, and you don't have to. You're going to mess it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I did that a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to just tell him I can't take it anymore. I'm done. And I just let that float out of my body. And sure enough, about a week or two later, he just said, "Oh, I really want to come and see you," and blah blah blah. And it was great.
Have mercy.
And it was great. And there was nothing wrong. It was,
There's nothing wrong.
I'm totally afraid I'm going to lose him. But I'm also at the point where I think we need to push forward.
Okay. Stop right there. You don't need to move forward. Like, you do need to move forward, but you got to move forward getting past that fear right there. And I'm going to stop you right here because I'm going to go to the other callers. But there's a lot of hope. That once you connect with the issue, and you just said it, then you're good. But I want to work with you with this situation. I want to work with you because I know I can help you. So what I want you to do is connect with me on Facebook, and then we'll talk. Hold on. Yes?
Okay, great.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. What was I going to say? Okay, so let's talk. I just got off track. So let's talk a little bit more about your situation. Don't fret, but your fear is that you're going to mess it up. So just stop for a minute. Okay?
Got it. Yep.
And then we'll talk. Okay, so I'll talk to you soon. It was a pleasure talking with you, and just be still, don't do nothing, and just breathe. Okay?
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon. You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, everyone. Thank you for holding. I will be with the next person, 27 minutes. Okay, the 28 minutes. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Okay, 10:42. Let's see, where's 9? I think 911 call back. I don't know what happens. If it doesn't matter, you let me know. 10:42. Can I help you? My dog is going crazy. Oh my God. Hello? Okay. Okay, they're not ready to speak. Oh my God, my dog. Hold 1 second. Okay, let's go to 914-4252. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Had a little bit of a glitch right there. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, so how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you so much. Just a little confused. How are you?
I'm great. Okay, so you said you were a little confused. What's going on?
Yes. I have work on my mind. There's a few situations. There's a woman who offered me a job, I don't know, if anything is going to come through there, or if I should pursue this gentleman that I feel not in work too. In work, I'm sorry, I just realized how that sounded.
I'm just gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh, but believe me, no judgment.
Okay, yeah. No, I would like to work with him. I just don't know which one would give me the job first. Would something would come through, or if I should just go ahead and do my own thing. So that's kind of where, If you could give me some guidance, please, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Let's see here. You definitely have a couple of things in the air. So, is there something you used to do? Like, what was it that you used to do that you're not doing anymore? I mean, is there something? You don't have to tell me what it is. Is there something you used to do that you want to do again?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to come back up for you.
Oh,
so
nice.
This looks a lot like a decision. Too much going on, consider a more playful approach. Yeah, I would do what makes you. So is this that you had before that you was waiting to come back? Is that the thing you really, 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 really want to do?
To tell you the truth, with the thing that's coming back to me, it sounds like I would be the Indian. What I'm trying to do now, I'm more of a chief.
Right.
I mean, but I don't mind being the Indian. I find joy in that too.
So which one you love to do? Which one makes you want to get up every morning?
They both do. I mean,
that's good.
Yeah, they both do. Yeah, they both. I would be excited for either one.
Well, all I can say is let's see who pops up first.
Okay.
But I do see the old thing popping back up. So.
Okay.
And you are in your energy. It says you have a lot going on. It says you're wanting to figure it out. You know what I mean? And you said something about do your own thing.
Yeah, like I could start my own project / business.
Right. How do you feel about that? Would it be? Well, how do you feel about that?
I mean, fine, as long as there's a good team about it,
Right, so that's going to take time. So you're looking for something now, and then maybe you'll do that later. Is that what that is?
Right.
Or or is that something? Because is that something you want to do later? Is that on your radar or no? Because you did mention it. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's on my radar.
Yeah, and the reason I'm saying it is because your reading is about the thing that you really want the most. That's the vibration. I do see of the two that you were saying. They're vibrating at the same frequency, which don't make it any easier because you could get both. And then they choose anyway. Yeah, that's what it looked like. So you have to choose anyway. But it looked like you may be choosing that which you was waiting for all that time. But you need to contact me and let me know if that's true or not. I want to know. I want to know if that was what happened. Let me know what happened.
Yeah. Do you have a website or? Yeah.
I do.
Facebook?
I do. All of my information is on this Blog Talk Radio link.
Oh, okay.
So did you call the number? I think you just called the number.
Yeah,
so go to everyone, whoever is listening, you can go to my Facebook like page, which is Manifesting Your World with June Love. And you just type up "manifest in your world," and I should pop up immediately. Go to that page. Everything you need if you want to. If you want to purchase any of the readings that I spoke of, you can click any of those and you can set your appointment at the same time. So my website is transcendinglove.net. TRANSCENDING love.net. And I am on Instagram, June8Love. Yes, that's it.
That's such a pretty name.
Thank you.
Thank you. Such a pretty name. Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. You're so welcome. Thank you for calling in. And like I said, come and contact me so we can be friends on Facebook.
Fabulous. Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. Thank you. You as well.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you. This has been a wonderful experience. As usual, I hope that you all were able to, eat at my table and, find some really good, healthy manifestations in your life from this beautiful session that we had today here on Heart Over Ego, Transcending Love with June Love. I am so very happy to do the things that I do and to help people realize we can't control outer situations, but we can influence them. So with our inner, essence and our vibration, that's what the essence is our vibration. So if we pay attention to what we are vibrating, and we're not going to be perfect all the time. This is all about observation. This is all about discovery, self-discovery, self-love, self-worth. Nobody can tell you what you're worth except you. And I leave with you guys that when you have a lot of decisions to make and you don't know which decision to make, sometimes you just wait. Sometimes you have to make a decision, then you make the decision that makes you feel peaceful. So if you say, I want to do this or I want to do this, make sure you feel each time you say I want to do something, feel like, I feel nervous about this, or do I feel total peace and it's easy every time, you don't know why? That's probably what's best for you. So connect to your intuition. Make sure you're paying attention to your fears and your triggers. And again, you can connect with me and get your copy of Manifesting Your World with the Power of Transmutation, so you can learn how to manifest your world and change your vibration to the frequency you desire for it to be. So again, I actually have 11 minutes, but there are no more callers. And I've given you guys so much delicious nuggets. I'm sure you guys will be fine with me letting go a little bit earlier today. Thank you again for joining me here on Transcending Love with June Love. You can reach me at Manifesting Your World with the Power, Manifesting Your World with June Love. I know I talk fast, right? You can find me also on Instagram, June8Love, and transcendinglove.net is my webpage. And you can purchase on my like page, or you can purchase other services that are not on that page on my website. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you again, Heart Over Ego Radio. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday and the Thursday after that. Again, connect with me, and we can get you set up for Reiki levels 1, 2, and 3, and the mentorship program that I have as well. So you can find all of those things on my website. Love and light to you all again, and see you next week. Bye-bye.